What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, freezing my butt off. My hands are getting cold, but these Magpul gloves, for what they are, they work pretty well. For how thin they are, you can still get your finger in the trigger guard for that trigger. Anyways, Diamondback DB9 Gen 4. Not gonna lie, you guys have scared me a little bit. I posted a short on it. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I posted a short about it, and people just went off on it. They hate on it. It's a budget firearm. It's a get-off-me gun. This isn't meant to be shot 100 yards, 50 yards. It's within 20 feet. Now, the number one complaint I've seen from watching videos on it is that rear sight coming loose. Nothing a little Loctite can't fix. And a lot of times with a firearm like this, you're not even going to be using the sights in a self-defense encounter. It's going to be a pocket pistol, a get-off-me gun. Something happened to my main firearm, or it's just I'm going to the mailbox. I want something on me because I carry every day 24/7. Now, the number one thing I don't like about this is how small that trigger guard is. If you live in a cold area like I do, you're going to have gloves on. It's hard to get in there. Also, the other thing is your finger, it's such a thin firearm, your finger protrudes out the trigger guard a little too much, hitting this hand. So what I've noticed is your finger can get sort of stuck on your support hand, sort of taking away your ability to shoot fast or quick. But the main thing about this is it reliable. That's what matters in all this. The rear sight can be fixed. You can fix your technique with how you shoot it. So we're gonna run some mags through it. We're gonna shoot it a little bit. Is it reliable? That's what we want to find out. Is it worth it, or should you just stick to the other very slim options out there? Let's check it out. Ouch. It's not a pleasant firearm to shoot, but it's accurate. Obviously, I threw those last two shots. I even miscounted. I believe it's 6 rounds. For some reason, I thought I already shot 6, but we're going to shoot another mag. It ran. Obviously, this is target ammo. We got to test hollow points. It is plus P rated. It hurts a little bit. It hurts your finger, but it's snappy. But the point of it is, can it be reliable when I need it? And that's what we're testing for $215. You know, if you don't have a ton of money, you just want something simple, just, you know, you're walking your dog, stuff like that. So let's do another magazine. It even knocked the target off. Now, what I will say about this is that barrel is so thin. Someone mentioned to me the plus P on the barrel, the fact that they even have to write that on there, says something about the company, how far behind they are. I can agree with that a little bit, but at the same time, if you see how thin this barrel is, I'm not trying to aim it at the camera, it's unloaded. It is such a thin barrel, you wouldn't think that a small firearm like this can handle plus P rating. Honestly, the barrel is so thin. Their ability to make this such a thin firearm that, now I really like the sights. The controls are a little rough. Now, the trigger's not bad. It's heavy, but that's what you want in a pocket pistol. Those sights are actually pretty decent. I like them. They are not night sights, but like I said, you're not going to be using this with sights most likely. Most likely, you're going to be shooting from the hip, shooting from here. You might be able to get extended. You never know, but it runs. I've shot this a lot, actually, on my week off from YouTube, and maybe put 100 rounds through it. It's ran. And so that's all I can ask. I think 2 different kinds of ammo or something. I believe Remington and Winchester White Box. So 2 on the lower end of rounds, but it ran it. I really like this thing. Like I said, your finger's going to hurt a little bit at the end, but what's worse? A firearm that doesn't work or a firearm that hurts your finger a little bit? I'm definitely taking a firearm that doesn't work as being the worst option of the 2. But anyways, I like it. You guys know I like my small firearms. I'd like to put 300 rounds through it before I actually make the decision to carry this in my pocket and so on. But the trigger isn't bad. It's heavy. It's probably 8 pounds. But the reset is short. It's a metal trigger. It's actually pretty decent. I know the Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3s were having issues. But I know the Gen 4, they worked really hard to allow this to function. That was their main thing, which a firearm should function. But we all know there's budget options out there that don't function, like Skies and so on. It takes down like a Glock. Like I said, takes Glock sights. And one of the differences that they added on this is it does have a slide stop, and before it did not. So a lot of people that I know with longer fingers in videos I've seen, they get nervous about their thumb coming past the slide and barrel. So if you have larger hands, maybe don't get it. These are size large gloves right here, but XLs or whatever. Larger hands, you might not want something this small, but for a pocket pistol, a get-off-me gun, if this thing proves reliable, shoots while it's dirty and so on, can you really hate on it? Can you really talk down on it? It's just like a Taurus. You can't really hate on it. You can't talk down on it because they run. Majority of them run. So I feel the same way about this. Love this thing. That's a Diamondback DB9 Gen 4.